so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallant
What's going on, guys and girls? Hey, how are you? Repeat back, and it's another Monday night. That means it's time for the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series tonight, live from Auto Club. We're leaving the bulldozer at home. We're going to leave this 2-mile bad fast draft machine in check, and we're going to take about 30 to 40 cars out on this 2-mile juggernaut one more time and have one hell of a race. Again, I am Repeat, and welcome aboard. We got an 67-degree air temp and a track temp of just about 93 degrees. So these cars are going to have a lot of fun. Should have a decent amount of grip, but these guys are just now getting out here for qualifying. So let's go ahead and clear the boards. Let's go ahead and bring up our scoring pylon, as well as find some guys out here already. How about we pick up with the one and only number 81? That's going to be John Osborne in his Woody's machine. See Flitcrop saying, hey, I repeat. Mr. Met saying, God bless America. Absolutely. And man, welcome aboard, everybody. Whether you're out there on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, or the one and only iRock TV through your favorite Roku streaming device, welcome aboard. So again, John Osborne in this number 81 Woody's machine is going to come across the start stripe, and this will be his first time lap after coming up to speed. This 81's been on a roll as of late. He's been getting some pretty good finishes, and it's going to be interesting to see what he's capable of doing here this evening. Got a lot of other guys out there as well, such as Cody Kalinka, Brendan Book, Andrew Sanford, Matt Burgess, and many others, as you see O'Brien, Kalinka, and Cody, the 38 of Cody, come across that start stripe. We're going to go ahead and work on something here right quick. That way everybody's name and all that matches up the way they should be. There we go. All right. But yeah, 81, he's going to go ahead and put his time down. Move him on up to P number 2. But so far, the fastest man in town is this guy right here, the 43 of Matt O'Brien. Looks like Byron Jones also has taken his lap. How about we check in with the number 50 Melody Woodworks machine for John Honeycutt. Lock on Stratus says, howdy, Pete. Howdy, Stratus. Good to see you out there, buddy, tonight. All my tools are working perfectly. So far, so good on the stream side of things. Everything is looking just right. I got some great news today, and hopefully all the issues that we've had in the past will stay right there in the past, and we'll be able to move our way on up, just as John Honeycutt did right there, moving on up to P11. How about Ryan Crooks back here in this EMGG Camaro? That's number 25. This is his get up to speed lap. See what he's been capable of. Crooks has been on a roll with these finishes, and as he comes across the start stripe, he is going to go ahead, and this will be actually his first lap for time. Mike DeWalt is also out there on track, along with Evan Knopp and others. So I'll have to see. Stratus says, great to hear, bud. I'll keep you updated with any cautions and violations. So, yeah, talking about anybody that may have an early start or, pit road penalties, whichever. Stratus, absolutely appreciate all of your effort. We got a pretty good partnership going, and glad to have you at top of the tower. So right now, looks like Andrew Wisdom has kicked Matt O'Brien from the top spot. John Honeycutt on his second lap was able to move on up to P number 6. And looks like Ryan Crooks on his lap, he's going to move it on up to P23. How about Evan Knopp in this number 63? Right now, he is all the way down on the bottom. As you can see, he's kind of just guiding it there on the apron. He cannot pull up on track until he passes that blue cone. That's the mesh line. He come on up on track and do what he's got to do to carry a big lap. And I tell you what, Evan Knopp, he is another one that's been on a roll in this 63 Hemps machine. You see him week in and week out anymore, just really tearing up the track. He's been kind of one of those sitting on a 5,600 I rating, so he knows how to get it done. As he comes down across the start stripe, that would have been, I believe, his get up to speed lap. So we'll see what he's capable of here in his first lap, but it kind of seems like he's going rather slow. But yeah, he is. Maybe he doesn't actually want to go ahead and put up a burner of a lap. So let's check in with PJ O'Leary in his Raptor machine. He's gonna gotta hang out. How about the 92 of Kevin Dallator, a newcomer here to the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series, as that is going to be the end of qualifying. So now we got a good old 10 minutes for everybody to go ahead and get on out there and do what they've got to do to get used to the track. Let's actually show you what practice times looked like just a little bit ago before that Q session came on out. So with the practice, looks like Francis Hamilton in his number 48 Tigers machine. Not quite sure if he's running the Tigers colors this week or not. Last week, that's what he was in, but Francis Hamilton in that number 48 sitting P1. Brody Falker in that number 1 Hennessy Performance machine sitting P2. Matt O'Brien, we saw a little bit ago, he was 3rd in practice. John Osborne 4th. And Tom Flitcroft, old Tom Flitty for C Motorsports was 5th. Jose Ruiz for Shake and Bake Motorsports or Team FTR, he was P number 6. Austin Collins in that 00 old buckshot numbers, he was 7th. Brian Pizzicami in his 78 was 8th. 9th, Brendan Book in his 5 Cincinnati machine. John Honeycutt was in his 50 Melody Woodworks machine. He was 10th. Through the rest was Tom Harmon, Charles Kramer, Matt Burgess, Andrew Sanford, Jordan McGraw, Andrew Wisdom, Byron Jones, and Matthew Gale. As we go through the rest of this field, let's see if we can actually get the machine to play well with others. There we go. Behind those guys, Tom Harmon, Charles Kramer, Matt Burgess, Andrew Sanford, Jordan McGraw, Andrew Wisdom, like I said, Byron Jones, Matt Gale, Jimmy Cocker, Dylan Robb, Ryan Crooks, he was 21st. Cody Kalinka, Chuck Cody, Derek Hilker, Mark Morton, good to see him out here. Kevin Dallator, we started to watch at the end of qualifying. Evan Knopp and Joseph Berg in his number 93. And to round out the rest of this field, looks like Mike DeWalt was 29th. 30th was Philip Bridgman. 31st, Jeremy Kramer. Joseph Turley, 32nd. Ryan McCall in the Shaboom machine was 33rd. 34th, James Holzer. Kind of surprised that he was actually able to turn a lap. He's usually, just barely able to catch on with the amount of time that he's got to burn, to turn a few laps between the time he gets home, turns his machine on, and can get going. Duncan O'Connor in his number 2 was 35th. PJ O'Leary in his number 24 Raptor machine, I think that's what I saw in qualifying, was 36th. 37th was Rivers Jones. So I mentioned earlier between 30 and 40 cars out here. I believe that is going to be the end of it. And yes, it is. So 37 cars live from Auto Club Speedway. Again, this is the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series. I am Repeat, and this is going to, we're going to leave the bulldozer at home. We're not going to bring it out. We're not going to break it out. We're not going to do anything. But again, here is your race info for this season. Again, it's Auto Club, 70-degree air temp, 93-degree track temp. Good mile per hour wind though, 16 mile per hour wind, and mostly or partly cloudy. So it's not going to be too bad. We're going to have breaks, some sun out there. We're going to have some cloud out there. So that's also going to be a factor that these guys are going to have to deal with throughout the race. Right now where this 92 is, it's mostly in the cloud. But he's going to get down to the other end of the track, and I'm sure it'll be a little bit sunnier. See, there you go, track lightening up. All right, so let's show you again what this place looks like from the iRock TV blimp, and here we go. So again, big bad fast 2-mile oval, and this is Auto Club Speedway in California. Another track I wish they would have left alone. This track has a character all to itself. Excuse me. A character all to itself. Very bumpy down the backstretch. Many different lines. You can run, 3-4 wide here at times. And it's a shame that they're turning it into a short track just to keep up with what we might say is a now push. between the short tracks and the road courses and things like that. I still think this place needs to be left alone. Leave Michigan alone. Leave these two sister tracks alone and move on elsewhere. But I mean, aside from these guys, I mean, I'm happy to see North Wilkesboro get a shot on. Rockingham was just repaved, so it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm absolutely looking forward to it. All right, let's go ahead and clear this out and bring up your scoring pylon. Show you what we've got so far as times go. Jose Ruiz in his team FTR number 23 right now sitting atop of the boards. Let's see if we catch up with Jose. There he is, kind of running the high line. I'm sure this is after several laps, and yeah, in fact it is. It's he's more than 5 laps into this session. Just as I say that, Mike DeWalt, a little bit further back in his Flex Volt 19. He's going to go ahead and take the top spot. He's behind a few cars, so a little bit of draft may have had something to do with that. Right ahead of him, you see the EMGG teammates of Ryan Crooks and James Holzer. And then you've got that number 24 for PJ O'Leary in that Raptor Camaro just a little bit behind. But, yeah, all these guys bad fast. And as you can see there with the different grooves, several different grooves all the way around this very, very fast, aero-dependent juggernaut that is 2 miles long. Again, 19, the fastest man in town so far with a 40.53. Jose back to P2, Ryan Crooks P3, James Holzer and Jordan McGraw going to round out your top 5. Francis Hamilton and Brody Falker that just brought their cars to the pits. They're 6th and 7th. Tom Harmon is 8th, PJ O'Leary 9th, and Evan Knopp rounds out your top 10. So a lot of movers and shakers, a lot of very, very fast cars. Let's actually show you what their last times were. So Mike DeWalt told you that he was the fastest man in town, 40.89. Jose Ruiz, 40.5567 for Ryan Crooks. So these are the only cars so far in the 40-second bracket. Jim Holzer and Jordan McGraw, as they just break into the 42nd bracket as well, working that lap with just under 3 minutes to go. And then you've got Francis Hamilton in P6 in the 42-second bracket. So that whole draft party that we've been kind of keeping an eye on, they all were able to break up or break down into the 40s, and they're doing their thing. Behind that top 10, we're looking at this guy right here in this Virginia Tech, number 31, Jimmy Cocker. He's right now sitting P11 with Evan Knopp right behind him. In 12th, 13th, Ryan McCall in his number 30 Shaboom car. Brendan Book in his 5, just now coming off pit road. He's going to try to get up to speed, gain a lap or two in the final 2+ minutes, and we'll be ready to go. So cannot wait. Definitely a big, big welcome to everybody that just joined. Thanks again. I am Repeat. Definitely want to say a big thank you to Chuck Cody 2000, Catabolic, Dallatori, Angry Monkey Racing, and others that have pounded that follow button recently. Thanks again. Definitely appreciate it. Welcome aboard. And again, this is the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series live from Auto Club. I believe this is race number 5, if I'm not mistaken. I'll go ahead and bring up your schedule for you. That way you guys know what's coming up and also where we've been. So we had our duels in late February. So after that, of course, was Daytona, Phoenix, Atlanta, last week at COTA for 31 laps. I'm sorry, 2 weeks ago at Atlanta for 31 laps, and then Iowa last week for 180. That unfortunately, quite a few issues with some loose cars, which we saw a few weeks before that at Phoenix. But tonight, so far, so good. I haven't heard anything about any issues with the cars breaking loose and not being able to be controlled. So we'll have to see. But next week, look at that 2.5 mile or 2.66 mile juggernaut that is Talladega, Alabama. Cannot wait for that for 85 laps. Then we're going to go to Dover, Kentucky, and then looks like we're going to have Darlington, then North Wilkesboro. We're going to kind of wait on the amount of laps there or how that all-star race is going to be run, followed by Charlotte and then Gateway for June 5th. So that is the next round of 7 tracks after tonight here at Auto Club. So yeah, there you go. But Mike DeWalt still at the top in his number 19 Flex Volt car. Car might just have a little extra power, maybe a little more battery, shall we say, in that Flex Volt Toyota. Jose Ruiz still sitting P2. Ryan Crooks P3. And just as I say that, the one and only Tom Flickroft jumps up to P number 2, and he's running the Peeps machine again. Peeps Pepsi. There you go. For those who need to know. All right, so it looks like the warm-up clock is down to all zeros. So we're going to go ahead and once Tom Flickroft is pulled back into the pits, just there he goes. We will go ahead and pull up our grid. So let's empty all that out and get up to Andrew Wisdom. And in the meantime, let's go ahead and pull up your grid. So again, Andrew Wisdom in that number 15, he's going to be sitting P1. Matt O'Brien in his famed 43 is going to be P2. Brendan Book in that 5 is going to be 3rd with Jimmy Cocker in his number 31 Virginia Tech machine. Row 3 is going to be Brody Falliker in that 1 in his number 5. In the 5th position. So number 1 car in the 5th position. The 50 Melody Woodworks machine for John Honeycutt is going to round out row number 3. Row 4 is going to be Andrew Sanford in his 37 with Jose Ruiz in his Team FTR number 23, P8. P9, Ryan Crooks and Philip Bridgman with Tom Flickroft and Tom Harmon. So we got a row of Toms right behind them. That's going to round out row number 12, or row P12, I should say. Then we're going to get back a little bit. John Osborne, P13 is number 81. Francis Hamilton, the 48. P15 is going to be Matt Burgess in the 12. And to round out row number 8, it's going to be Mike DeWalt in that number 19. James Holzer in the 17 is going to start 17th. We'll see if that's any kind of luck for him. Cody Kalinka in the 79, P18, P19, Joseph Turley in the 13 with Byron Jones in his number 3 to go to P20. 21st is going to be the 7 of Derek Hilker with Jordan McGraw. 22nd is 34. 23rd is going to be the 67 of Matthew Gale. And to round out row number 12, it's going to be Charles Kramer. Behind these guys, going to be Chuck Cody in the 36 for 25th. 26th, Ryan McCall. 27th is going to be the 16 of Dylan Robb with Jeremy Kramer. 29th to 78 with Evan Knopp to round out row 15. Row 16 is going to be the 31 of Duncan O'Connor, and then Austin Collins. PJ O'Leary in his 24, 33rd with 34th is going to be the 93 of Joseph Berg. Kevin Dallatorre in the 92 with Mark Morton sitting P36. And to the guy all the way in the rear with the gear, we're talking about Rivers Jones in his 44 to round out P number 37. So there we go, all the way through this 37 car field. And looks like the pace car, he's got them off of turn number 4. Let's go ahead and bring up your track map. Let's get it all back to Barney as we're going to get set to go. You see the green flag up, green flag's out.
Green, green, green.
Green flag, let's go. So it looks like at the line, it's going to be the 5 of Brendan Book to gain a point for leading a lap. Let's go ahead and bring up the rest of your info. Let's bring up your scoring pylon and everything else that you are going to need all race long so you know where your favorite driver is. And again, big thank you to iRock TV for sponsoring this Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series again tonight. From Auto Club, I am Repeat. We are green, working on lap number 2 of 90. 5 is in complete control and kind of leading the rest of this field. Big thank you again to everybody that's out there on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or iRock TV. I know that the Twitter, for some reason, is not working. I may have forgot to go ahead and turn that on. But this is the 37 car field from Auto Club. Going to kind of work our way around. Definitely see a lot going on. 43 of Matt O'Brien down. You see the 50 of John Honeycutt right behind. 5, all pretty much single file as we see even more kind of balancing in there. You see the 60 back to Tom Harmon. He's going to go ahead and duck underneath the 37 of Andrew Sanford. They're going to be side by side. It's going to be interesting coming up off the corner. 68 should have the run, but he's going to have to, put a little extra wheel into that in order to keep it going. 17 of James Holzer right now. He's already up 7 spots up to P number 10 in this little bit of a hornet's nest. Right now, everybody's still chasing that 5. Let's go ahead and jump on board with Brendan Book while we're still somewhat early. Jump into the cockpit, see exactly what he's doing to be able to tackle this mammoth. And let's listen how much he's off off the throttle and getting back on again. You see him really steady going through turns 3 and 4, opening up the wheel a little bit, let it go all the way up towards that outside wall so he's not scrubbing off too much speed. Let's go ahead and go silent this lap. Just listen to the 5. Great job by the 5 of Brendan Book. And I tell you, the way that he was able to open up the wheel coming up off the corners, that means that he's not putting too much wheel in. He's actually letting the wheels straighten out. Flatten the curve, so to speak. If you're a big Dukes of Hazzards fan, you've heard that term before. And that's exactly what he's doing. So he's not abusing the right front, and just saw somebody go head first into that outside, or that inside wall, rather. I think that was the 17 rather of where'd he go? There he is, Holzer back here. So able to scoot back in right behind. Is that the Peeps machine? Nope, I don't think it is. But Holzer right now, falling back now 6 spots from where he qualified, but that could have been huge for what just happened. I mean, he could have taken a ride nose first into the inside wall, and I don't see Holzer up here, so I'm going to guess that it wasn't caught. But either way, great save by James Holzer, and he's going to be able to press on. We know what kind of driver he is. In the meantime, how about this new leader? John Honeycutt able to go on up, take the spot from the 5. Let's see if we can catch how that just happened. So there he is up on the high side. Let's go ahead and play this out. So Honeycutt up high, keeping the 5 pinched down, able to get back into the throttle. 5 not able to get back into the throttle when he wanted. The 5th, and he had to check up. 50 is able to take the spot away. New leader, John Honeycutt in that Melody Woodworks, number 50. It's going to bring it back live again. See Flickcrops again saying, go, Tom Flickcroft, number 8, Peeps Mobile. Best of luck to you and everyone. Caution is out. Caution's out. Caution number 1 on lap number 9. Let's see if we can find out exactly what this is about. Looks like Cody Kalinka, Ryan McCall, and John Osborne may have something to do with this a little bit further in the back. Let's go back with Cody, find out. All right, so switch this up. This is the 79 AutoNation Camaro for Cody. At this point, he is back there in, I believe, right around 24th. So let's go ahead and play this from here. So actually, it wasn't him that started it. Just nowhere to go. You see a few cars actually get involved in this one. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to back this up one more time. We're going to... Actually, let's move on up to Ryan McCall. Yeah, he's a little bit further up. Actually, let's move on up even further with Ryan Crooks. We're going to back this up just a tad. and stop it, and let's go ahead and play it. So a couple kind of tagged the wall, 37, nowhere to go. Ryan Crooks gets run into from behind when he's trying to check up, sends him through the grass, and nothing doing. All right, so let's go back with Cody Kalinka one more time, and we'll widen out the view, shall we? Let's play it from there. A mess of cars all involved in this one. Very, very unfortunate. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. So with all that going on, looks like Francis Hamilton in his Tigers number 48. He is going to be up there in P number 1. Let's see if we can find Mr. Hamilton right now and see if we can't grab him. Looks like he's down there in Pit Row Motorsports. Let's go ahead and bring him on up to the booth. Francis, it's repeat up in the booth, but you got a copy in that number 1 Tigers machine.
I do.
All right, well, bud, you're gonna have some clean air on the hood of that Camaro. I was going back through the replay. Big wreck behind you. Did you go on down pit road, so you're on 4 freshies, or how you sitting right now, sir?
I was pretty loose, and I feel like it's gonna tighten up, so I stayed out. I might have some damage from the wreck, but we're gonna see how this goes.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. I'll give you a little bit of an unfair advantage, shall I? Let's take a look at your... I don't see anything on the left front or the left rear. And if I go to the right front, it looks like you're all good there. No spaces between any of the panels. You got a little bit of scrapage on the right rear, but it doesn't look too bad. And if I go on back to your chase cam, I don't see any kind of damage. No missing letters on this Camaro. So it's just a tiny bit, like maybe you tagged the wall with the right rear just a tad. I think you're going to be sitting. I think you'll be sitting pretty good, sir.
Cool. I appreciate it.
No, you are absolutely welcome. So, looks like right now, the top 4 stayed out. Now that I go back and look behind that, looks like John Honeycutt's going to be the first one behind you, back in about P number 7 with 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods. This should be a good gauge of things to come. Good luck. Keep the shiny side up. Always great to talk to you, and I'll get you back down in Pit Road Motorsports right now, sir.
Thank you.
You got it, buddy. Keep the shiny side up one more time. All right, so that is, again, Francis Hamilton sitting P number 1 in his Tigers machine. He's going to see just how fast this Tiger can run, and definitely wish him well. All right, so he's going to have the 34 of Jordan McGraw to his outside. Jordan now up 20 spots since he stayed out. Brian Pizzakemi P4, Jeremy Kramer P3 rather for Pizzakemi, and Jeremy Kramer P4, Duncan O'Connor P number 5, and a long field of cars. All right, let's go ahead and bring it on back to Barney's hands right now. You see the field coming off of turn number 4. Pace car rather, is going to go ahead and turn off track, and we're going to go back green.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag, let's go. Field widening out, 3 wide, about mid-pack right there. But so far, the number 48 for Francis Hamilton, high, wide, and handsome, trying to keep that thing wound up, trying to keep in the throttle. As you see, Brian Pizzakemi absolutely take it down low, try to make up as much of a gap as he can. But Jordan McGraw on that outside denies the move. He's going to stay right up there with that 4.8. See what kind of pull he can get. BK Doug says, "Hello, Pete. How's the best broadcaster doing?" BK, I am doing all right. Don't know about the best broadcaster, but it's a labor of love. Gotta love what I do, and I'm having fun as always. Right now, big battle though between Hamilton, McGraw, and Pizzakemi for P number 1. Then there's another battle right behind him, a second pack of cars. That's going to be Duncan O'Connor, Andrew Wisdom, and John Honeycutt in this number 50. Again, John Honeycutt is the first car on 4 freshies in that little gap. And how about Jeremy Kramer sitting right here in this Turner's number 04, up 19 spots, sitting P9. And I'll bet you James Holzer in that 17, he absolutely loved that caution. I got a little bit of an issue, ended up going down towards the inside, and lost a bunch of time. Here he is, though, back in the thick of things and able to move on up. Let's go back a little bit further. How about we catch up with the FIWB machine for Brody Falliker, sitting P11. Got a little bit of a gap back to the 31 of Jimmy Cocker. And Jose Ruiz, one of the guys that was very, very fast in that 10-minute warm-up, right now sitting P13. Talk about 13, definitely see about 13 of you out there between YouTube and Twitch. Big thank you to everybody that's there on YouTube, Twitch, and iRock TV through your favorite Roku device. Don't forget, ladies and gents, if you've got an iRock TV, I'm sorry, a Roku TV, there we go, a Roku TV or Roku streaming device or a Roku brick, go on over to the streamer section of the of that service. It's a free app, free download. And all replays, whether it's a POV stream, any of my streams, Rick James, KS Gaming 51, or if you like the Hot Dog Stand podcast, go on over, download the app. All live broadcasts and all replays are streamed in stunning 4K, and one great viewing experience. So much so, I actually went out and bought a Roku device for myself, and yeah, it's a great image all the way through. All right, a little bit further back, how about we catch up with the number 12 A&W machine for Matt Burgess, sitting back about OP19, and he's got the 36 of Chuck Cody to his outside. A lot of these guys still double file and doing everything that they could possibly do to keep these cars behind them. And we've had one caution now on lap number 9, working lap 16, keeping things moving right along. All right, so up at the front, not missing anything. It's, although I take that back, we come back to a 3-wide battle between John Honeycutt, Francis Hamilton, and Brian Pizzichemi. Pizzichemi down low in that 78, just really wrapping that white line. You see one car coming up and out of pit road, and he's going to have to try to do his best to stay out of the way of everybody that's battling for position right now. But new leader John Honeycutt in that 50. Looking really, really strong. Let's jump on board with him, see if we see very similar to what we saw with the 5 of Brendan Book earlier. Let's go ahead and jump into the cockpit with him as he comes across the start stripe. Seems like he might have a little bit more wheel. But you can definitely see him turning it back to the right, which is allowing, again, for that right front to come on off. Mr. Met 20 says, let's go, Honeycutt. Absolutely. Right now, the 50 leading by 0.3 of a second over Hamilton. And then Brian Pizzichemi as well. Turns 3 and 4 all the way down on the white line. And look at that. He's already opening up the wheel halfway through the corner, trying to get back into the throttle, saving the right front, flattening the curve, and carrying a whole lot of momentum. That's a lap around with Mr. Honeycutt. All right, let's bring it on back. It's starting to get a little bit of separation back to the 48, and Jordan McGraw in this 34. Pizzichemi falling back 1 to P4. P5 is going to be Andrew Wisdom in this number 15, and then Brendan Book P6. Holzer moving his way on up to P7. Brody Falliker, Matt O'Brien, and Byron Jones now cracking the top 10 back here in this Patriot Esports number 3. 213 Simware down the side. Guys, gals, if you're looking for anything in any kind of Simware, graphics, decals, not only can you reach out to Byron Jones here, but you can also reach out to 213 Simware. You can reach out to Swag's Designs. You can reach out to Sean Blanchard and Swag.biz. All kinds of people out there that can keep you in the know with any kind of graphics. Flickcroft wants to know, is that right? Number 8 out of 40.94. I tell you, let's go on back to old Tom and see. Tom Flickcroft, his best lap time is 40.9, but it's showing him in the pits. Not quite sure what happened with Tom. But yeah, here he is down pit road. I'm going to guess he had a whole lot of damage in, and I apologize. I never brought us back to the gap, did I? I am sorry. But yeah, Flickcroft's right now on pit road. I never brought us back to the gap between cars, so I definitely apologize for that. But here we are coming down the backstretch, 50 trying to break the draft and keep things moving. All right, so I mentioned everything that was going on. Stratus saying he was part of the wreck. 8 minutes of repairs. So Flitcroft's gonna drop back just a little bit, as it's exactly what Honeycutt is trying to do with the rest of the field. I mentioned earlier that Byron Jones was in P10 earlier. Now he's up to P7, so we got a new driver in P10 talking about the 43, as there is that number 8 coming off of pit road right now. So Flitcroft back up and going. We jinxed him, Pete. I am so sorry. I tell you what, you broadcast long enough. I've been doing this now for 4 years. You're going to see that happen. Absolutely. Tom making his way back onto the track now. Absolutely. There we go. So Matt O'Brien up to P10. Jimmy Cocker right now in P number 11. Joseph Berg, who had a pretty good race last week, right now sitting P12, up 22, right along with Austin Collins in 13th. He's also up 19 positions. Stratus said, here comes Kevin LePage. Kevin LePage to field. All right. Hey, it is what it is. But, yeah, I mean, right now this is the look from Honeycutt back through the field. Let's actually take an actual look back from him and see if we can look. There you see from the front looking back, and he's absolutely getting this big old gap back. And Hamilton in his Tigers machine with the 34 Jordan McGraw to the inside, and you see all those cars all the way up by that wall, coming across the start stripe all the way down into the corners and doing one hell of a job. Many, many different lines. One of the things that you absolutely have to watch here, though, at Auto Club is those seams. They can play a little bit of havoc with your grip, and yeah, you may not always like the result. Again, from Jordan McGraw and his Texas Tech Camaro, number 34. You see the 3 of Byron Jones up to his outside, and a whole gaggle, a whole hornet's nest right behind him. Byron in the 5 right now battling for position. That's going to be with Brendan Book. 3 keeping it right there in the middle. 5 keeping it wound up on the high side. Going to try to grab just a little bit of draft from that number 1. But Byron Jones also has a little bit of a pull, and he's got the 15 back there of Andrew Wisdom. And here comes the 1 also. Brody Falliker trying to work in the mess. They're going to go 3 wide with the 17 of James Holzer up high. 1 down on the apron just a little bit. You can't play with that too much. That might be why he had to give that position up. You will get loose down there, and it can send you around without any kind of a choice. How about Byron Jones now in this 3? He's up 15 spots. Last time I mentioned him, he was in P number 10, then P7. Well, he just cracked the top 5. Byron Jones absolutely coming. His last lap was a 40.68, right there with the leader of a 40.66. So Byron's got a fast hot rod tonight, keeping up with Brendan Book, the 48 of Francis Hamilton, and everybody else that can get around here. Looking at the 17 of Holzer, he's going to go ahead and dive it down. We're going to be 4 wide. 48 just about tagging a wall, had to put a little extra into it. Byron Jones continues to work his way through the field. Now up to P3, about to take P2 from the 5 Cincinnati machine for Brendan Book, and he continues to battle it through. Byron Jones, the last time he was on pit road was lap 9. So everybody in the top 3 did just come down with the first caution we had. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Francis Hamilton and Jordan McGraw, they decided they were going to stay out. Francis Hamilton has fallen back to 4th. Jordan McGraw back to P5. So everybody inside the top 3, brand new Eagle Feel Goods. Byron Jones tagged the wall a little bit with that right rear. That's going to break the momentum just a little bit. The 5 saw that. Might have had to check up a little bit, but he's going to go ahead and fill that rear view. McGraw's going to go ahead and throw it low. 3 keeping it high, wide, and handsome. Right behind him, double wide, all the way through turns 1 and 2. Again, you saw that blue cone down there. That is the blend cone. Anybody coming off pit road has to keep it under the white line coming on track until they pass that cone, in case you're new to iRacing. John Honeycutt now with a 1.1 lead over Brendan Book, Byron Jones, and James Holzer, as well as Matt O'Brien. As you can see, everybody there within the 1 second bracket, going back to Wisdom, McGraw, and Falliker. Francis Hamilton just now working in his way into that 1 second bracket, back there to P number 9, and everybody doing what they can to keep these things clean and green. Every now and then you'll see somebody tag the wall just a little bit, but look at this fight right now for P2. Holzer squeezing the 5 up towards that outside wall. He wants just a little bit more room to open up that wheel. Let's actually jump on board with Holzer right now, see exactly what he's having to do to manage this track position. There he is, right behind the 5, and he's got that 3 to his outside. No, not anymore. Able to clear Byron. Now this is the view from Byron Jones's cockpit view, and man, one hell of a run. All right, so what do you say we do just a little bit of a crank it up session right along with Byron right now, sitting P number 4. His last lap was a 41.37. His fastest lap tonight was a 40.68. Fastest lap of the leader was a 40.66. Flickroff says, I guess Peeps and Pepsi don't really go well together. I don't know. Not at these speeds, I got to say. I think you'd get a little bit of an upset stomach. I got to say. But yeah, let's have a little bit of a crank it up session. Actually, let's drop back with the 25 of Ryan Crook, since he's in this little bit of a hornet's nest. Let's look around with him and see how he does trying to work his way through the field. Got the 67 of Matthew Gale to his inside. Let's go ahead and crank it up. All right, apologize. A little bit of a lag issue right there, but it looks like we are back fixed. I definitely apologize. We're gonna go ahead and keep things on the up and up. But let's try to get back where we just were, and we'll try to keep things moving right along. Again, definitely apologize for that little bit of latency, few frame issues, but we're still here. we're still getting after it, working lap 35 of 90. So about now 9 more laps till halfway of this 90 lapper. 3 is going to come across the nose of the 1 and go for a little bit of a ride. And of course, just as that happens, going to have just a little bit of an issue. Honeycutt DC, not quite sure what that is, but yeah. Stream's cutting out just a little bit. We'll try to bring it on back as quick as we possibly can and keep you in the know with everything that is going on. I know we just saw, before this happened, we saw the 3 coming off the 1 car's hood. All right, let's go back, see if we can catch up with the 3. Find out exactly where that dropped him back to. Were they able to save it? That's going to be a good question. Maybe it just cost him some time, because obviously here he is, and the 1 car of Brody Falliker, he's still up here, so he's leading this line. You see that that green machine just a little bit further back, so it looks like both of them were able to save it. Strata says Honeycutt DC. So Honeycutt, does that mean disconnected? Nope, there's Honeycutt back there in that 50. So maybe that means that he's gone down pit road. So let's see, the 50. Have to see how this all pans out. But right now, Honeycutt's back there in 34th in this Melody Woodworks machine. Gonna have to work some magic or hope for a caution and not have any more issues. So with that happening, the 43 of Matt O'Brien becomes the leader. Brendan Book P2, Holzer up to P3, Andrew Wisdom P4, and Brody Falliker starting 5. Right now sitting in the 5th position as well. Disconnected, just came back. All right, I get you, buddy. I get you. Sim's fault. There we go. All right, so Matt O'Brien, he's going to go ahead and lead and go ahead and gain a point there, but under pressure from James Holzer in his EMGG machine. All the way down low. 43 is going to try to come on down as well. Take the line from the 5 of Brendan Book. Dump a whole bunch of dirty air on the hood of his Camaro as they'll get a little tight, get a little bit closer to that wall than he probably wanted to. Meanwhile, Andrew Wisdom right now sitting P4. Everybody behind him, it seems like, is in one long conga line all the way back. All right, let's drop back a little bit more. How about back to Joseph Berg and his Hat Trick Podcast Camaro. Right now sitting P9, up 25 spots from where he started. But everybody behind him, except for Byron Jones in that green car back there, really keeping it right on that wall. That's where the biggest draft is, and that's usually where everybody migrates to as this race runs along. Great battle here between the 1 Brody Falliker and the 5 of Brendan Book. 15 is going to slide on up a little bit as well. New leader James Holzer able to get the 43 back behind him. And let's see if we can show you exactly how that pass came to be, as Holzer is going to go ahead and throw it wide, trying to keep Matt O'Brien behind him, and he's going to have all kinds of momentum up off the high side. Nobody really with him, though. Holzer going to come on down, throw the block, make the 43 maybe check up just a moment, and as that happened, he got a mirror full of that 15. Brendan Book now P number 4. Brody Falliker still P5, but how about this battle? I mean, Holzer is wall riding, really running that Kyle Larson or the Dale Jr. line all the way through these corners, now all the way down low, trying to break that draft, but then sees that everybody up top all staying nose to tail, nobody going down there with him. This takes a lot of patience right there, and you got to really know the condition of your tires. The last time Holzer was on pit road was on lap number 9, so not yet come on down pit road for any more Eagle Feel Goods. A little bit of latency again, definitely still apologize. We're going to try to get back up and going as quickly as we possibly can. Again, I am sorry. I can promise you, though, this issue is being looked into. All right, we are back. Duncan O'Connor right now a little bit further back in this deuce. Right now sitting P number 7 is Brody Falliker kind of battling him on the inside. The 2 all the way up on the high side, right behind Brendan Book. The 25 of Ryan Crooks. Right now he is sitting P number 5, up 4 spots from where he started, doing everything that he can. Just now past halfway, working lap 46 of 90. And again, if you just joined, this is the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series tonight, live from Auto Club. I am Repeat. And big thank you to iRock TV out there on Roku TV for sponsoring this Shake and Bake season number 2 all season long. And again, big thank you to Brian Reek and everybody else over at on the Roku channel for sponsoring this series. Don't forget, guys and gals, if you've got a Roku TV or if you've got a Roku streaming device, go on over to the streamer side of that service. This is a free channel, free app. Go on over, search out what it says there on the bottom left of your screen, iRock TV. All broadcasts, whether live or re-aired, are in stunning 4K. They absolutely look amazing. Go on over, check it out. I promise you will not be disappointed. Got 00 now of Austin Collins trying to work his way to the inside of the 1 of Brody Falliker, just ahead of them. They were side by side, but everybody again on the straightaways. It's really all about that single file action. Andrew Wisdom now in this 15, able to work himself up to P number 2, able to get on by Matt O'Brien, and he's up by that wall. They say up by the wall is really where you want to be in these next gens or the Xfinity cars or the trucks, because it breaks the air resistance down. And even though this is just, this is a sim, right? It's not a game. Everybody says it's a sim and all that, but you've got to be able to use the electronic air, I guess you can say. I mean, the side draft and all that is absolutely a thing here on iRacing. You can pull somebody back. You'll see that next week when we go to Talladega. Again, I'll go ahead and pull up the schedule for everybody so you can see where we're heading to. Auto Club this week for 90 laps. Next week at Dega, 85 laps, April 17th. Mark it on your calendar. You're not going to want to miss it. I have a sneaky suspicion it'll be qualify your way in or you don't race. Everybody seems to come out of the woodworks for the super speedway, so I'll have to see how that all comes to be. Only one caution tonight only one caution tonight back on lap number 9. Since then, it has been all green flag racing. Andrew Wisdom able to get on by Holzer. We saw it happen live there. And he's going to go on up and grab a point. And in the meantime, let's go ahead and show you exactly how that happened, just in case you missed it. So much going on in this racing. I'm trying to catch up. Stratus says pit stop should be coming. I was just thinking the same thing, Stratus. '15 of Andrew Wisdom way down low, all the way on the bottom. Let's actually take a lap around with Andrew, see if he's actually having, or see if he's still able to open up that wheel. You see the 17 really suck on up to the backside of this 15. Is he going to go ahead and throw it low? He's going to stay right there with the 15. You see the 15 getting a little squirrely. Don't like that rear end being lifted up whatsoever. So we're going to go ahead and jump on board with the 17, rather, of Holzer and watch how he handles this traffic. Let's go. All right, so he's going to go ahead and keep it wide, way high, wide, and handsome. You see Ryan Crooks now up to P number 3 in his 25 EMGG machine. And all right, like I said, let's go ahead and jump on board with Andrew Wisdom now that he's got a little bit of breathing room. See how he tackles all 4 corners here. Looks like he's still got a very, very good handling car. Able to open up the wheel coming off the corner, not having to add any extra in order to keep it off the wall. He's able to open it up, race it all the way out, and then get back fully on the throttle. So this car for Andrew Wisdom right now probably handling like a dream, if not even a little loose, and able to work the corners with the throttle. Let's go ahead and back on out. Looks like Ryan Crooks, he's going to be one of the first to come on down pit road in his 2.5 EMGG machine. He's going to give up P3 and drop back as more and more will start to come on down pit road. Ryan McCall bringing his number 30 Shaboom machine off of pit road. He's got Charles Kramer, I believe that is, right behind him. Looks like Brian Pizzakemi in his number 78. He's on pit road right along with the 3 of Byron Jones. So more and more. Caution's going to be out. Caution is out. Everybody that just came down pit road, this is going to be a dream stop for these guys. Yotes says, POS car. So I guess Byron not just onto pit road. So Andrew Wisdom going to go ahead and slow it up, whoa it up, and get ready to be collected by the pace car. But the 25 that you see down there, yeah, he's going to be able to come around, and more than likely, it's either going to be him or one of the others that just came down pit road and grabbed 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods to go ahead and lead this thing. Yote says, after spinning early, no damage, but the car felt so shitty. I was wondering what happened, Byron, but unfortunately, I had a little bit of lag right then and there. So, definitely, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Saw you fall back a few spots. I guess when that happened, you just kind of pissed off the tires, and it was no bueno from there. All right, so let's see exactly who all comes on down pit road, who stays out, who picks up or inherits the lead. You can imagine, though, Andrew Sanford and everybody else will be coming down right now. Few cars will be able to go on by, take the wave around, and there will be one lucky dog. I think the lucky dog is probably going to be somewhere right around 20th or so, give or take. But here they are coming down pit road. Pit road speed, I believe, 50 mile an hour here. In fact, it looks like the 30 of McCall may be the lucky dog. But we just saw him go down pit road, so we'll have to see. So far it's saying that Ryan Crooks is going to be P1. And, man, that pit stop could not have come at a better time. says lap 35, I was racing the 1. I saw that, and he moved to the bottom, getting ready to enter 1 and tagged me in the quarter panel. Almost spun around, saved it, but pissed off the tires. That's pretty much what we saw. All right, we are back. Let's see if we can find Ryan Crooks in this 2.5. Let's see if he's available in team comms. So far, no dice. I don't see him anywhere. All right, so let's drop back to Andrew Wisdom in this 15. I know I just saw him. All right, Andrew is in Nitro Motorsports. Let's go ahead and pull him on up right quick. Andrew Wisdom, it's repeat up in the booth, but you got a copy in that 1.5.
Hey Pete, how you doing?
I'm all right, Andrew. Man, you were able to get on up there, take the lead from Holzer, and it looked like you, just as you were about to try to start really making some moves, caution comes out for the second time on about lap 55. How far are you able to go on a tank here, sir?
Yeah, I think we had about 5 or 6 more laps left when the caution came out there. So we had a little bit left in the tank. We'll be all the way good to the end of the race and everything here. So. Yeah, just glad to have good speed. The tires seemed okay. Glad to be towards the front still and doing everything. But, yeah, I don't know what's going on with the restart here either. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll try to make it to the end, try to keep the tires in good shape for that. I think the draft is going to be a really big part here. So whoever's in P2 may end up being in the Catbird seat in the end there. So we'll try to hold that off, keep the car in good shape. Dude, you take the opportunity to apologize to Jordan for clearing myself in front of him earlier in the race too. But yeah, we'll try to keep it in one piece here and get a shot at the end.
All right, but we just got notification that the yellow light is going to go ahead and stay out for one more lap. Chemical Guys on the hood. It's a really, really nice paint scheme. There's something about silver and black that I've always loved. But, man, you've been very, very strong as of late. Definitely a marked improvement since Season 1. What has been what is it about your time between Season 1 and Season 2 that's helped you step up your game, step up your skills, sir?
Yeah, it definitely feels good as of late. Felt good to get the pole here tonight after feeling like I'm not very good at this track. So, yeah, I think just taking some time off to kind of get refreshed and then taking some time to test with the car and getting more used to the settings and the way it drives and things. So, yeah, just a few different factors. I think just more seat time, getting more comfortable learning the settings and the steering pinions and different things are helping out a lot. So hopefully we can keep the momentum up.
All right, buddy. You were down there in Nitro, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll get you on back down. Good luck. Keep the shiny side up. Again, really nice scheme. You got bad fast speed. Go get him, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You got it. All right, so again, that is Andrew Wisdom out of St. Louis, Missouri, able to lead the outside. Chose the outside. Ryan Crooks in that number 2.5 EMGG machine from Madison, Alabama. He is your new leader after pitting just before that caution came out. It could not have happened at a better time. Dark Racer said, hey, I had to quit because of an emergency call. Definitely hope things are all right for you, Hilker. We'll definitely, glad that you're able to still be out there and keep up with everything that's happening. We'll catch you again next week, though, no doubt in my mind. All right, as you can see, the car is coming off of turns 3 and 4. They should be coming to the attention of Barney right quick. And let's get ready to go back green. That was caution number 2 on the evening. Pace cars off the track. Barney's got the green flag up. Let's get ready to roll.
Green, green, green.
Green flag. Okay, again, I apologize for the little bit of fallout here. We will definitely try to get back up and get going. There we go, as it all comes on back in for us. Ryan Crooks continues to lead. Andrew Wisdom, P number 2. Matt O'Brien 3rd. Austin Collins 4th. James Holzer right now sitting P5 in that white EMGG number 17. Again, big thank you to everybody that may be out there in that EMGG watch party, keeping up with these guys all season long. Maze, Mao, Zim, Charizard, whoever may be out there. Danny Bananas, definitely appreciate everybody again for keeping up with these guys, keeping up with Shake and Bake. It's very much appreciated. One long conga line through at least the top 8, and we're going to go ahead and wind it back in again. Byron, if you're still out there and your night is done, if you're not going to be able to get on back out, you're absolutely welcome to join me in the booth. No questions asked, obviously. Let's see if we can actually find you out there on track. Let's see. Yep, it's saying that you are still in the pits. So, buddy, if you want to, you're absolutely welcome. You know that. All right, so let's catch back up with these guys. Ryan Crooks now maybe having a little bit of a challenge now with the 00 from Austin Collins. A little squirrely up off the corner, but still able to keep right with that 2.5. Again, I'm kind of digging. Oh, caution number 3 is going to fly. Caution number 3 looks like it's going to be Evan Knopp. A little bit of issue, a little bit further back. Let's see if we can find out what happened here. All right, so Evan Knopp, and let's go ahead and bring it on back to our handy-dandy chase cam for number 63, Hemp's Machine. And let's go ahead and play it out. On the inside, 79 just comes on down 3 lanes and tags the 63, trying to keep it off the wall. Tags it with the driver's side door. No bueno whatsoever. Was that Matt Gale by chance? Nope. Looks like that was a completely separate issue between him and the 50. Let's go ahead and back this up. Let's stop that, play it out. Looks like he's all the way on the bottom. Oh, that might have started with just a little bit of netcode. Let's back that up a little bit, but I still think they were going to make, looks like the 50 might have bounced off the wall. Let's stop that and play it. Quarter speed. See the 50 all the way up there. And yep, he kind of bounced off the wall, tried to turn it back. A little bit of net code, tags the 67, puts him nose first into the wall. 50 tags it again with the passenger side. And yeah, caution number 2 is out. So 2 different issues in 2 different parts of the track. 19 barely squeaking on by. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so Ryan Crooks now continues to lead, and I believe I saw him pop back in, so we should be able to bring Ryan Crooks on up to the booth. Ryan, it's repeat up in the booth. See, he got that 2.5 up in clean air. Austin Collins in that 00 right behind you. He's up 30 spots, but man, I know clean air on these Camaros is absolutely huge. Welcome to the front, sir. Moving your way on up, 8 spots.
Yeah, it's been an eventful one. Got caught in the first wreck and took about a minute and 15 worth of damage, so had to restart dead last on the really long green flag run at the start of it, and was just real patient. Was worried I might be a little down on power. Don't look like I'm down on power. I don't know if I've got anything maybe arrow-wise that's slowing me down a little bit, but it feels pretty good. Austin is he's pretty aggressive on the short runs. So trying to kind of manage the clean air out front and not give that up, but also try to manage the tires. But got really lucky, came down and pitted, was on pit road when the caution came out, so cycled to the lead from like 6th. So yeah, so far so good. We just got to hang on to it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I took a little bit of a spin around your car for you, and it looks like for the most part you're all right. The right rear has a little bit of scrapage, but the fender isn't even dented in on the right rear. A little bit of scrape on the door. You could still definitely tell the EMGG and the Glitch logos or insignias on your right side, so you should be all right. And if I go back to your chase cam, I don't believe I'm going to see any kind of damage back there either. No, none whatsoever. I see the lights atop the pace car are still on. So can you keep the rest of the field behind you, knowing knowing the information I just gave you, sir?
Yeah, I got a good jump there and got clear. And I know Wisdom and O'Brien, I know they're going to be saving. I was banking on maybe a couple cautions, so finally got one to try to just level out the heat cycle and the tires. So just got to get good jump here, hold off the 00. Hope they get the racing behind me, and if I can break that draft pull down the straightaway, we'll be all right. So we'll see. We're certainly going to give it a go.
All right, Ryan, I see the lights atop the pace car are now off. I'll get you back on down to EMGD Motorsports. Good luck. Keep the shiny side up. Looks like Austin Collins, Matt O'Brien, Andrew Wisdom, and Jimmy Cocker are going to be the top 5 behind you, sir. All right, so got him back to his chat again. Ryan Crooks from Madison, Alabama, now leading the way here in Fontana, California. All right, as you can see by the track map on the bottom right-hand side, everybody going into turn number 3 right now. Field getting all caught up. The driver back in 25th place right now. That's going to be Charles Kramer trying to catch up to the field. So he'll be at a pretty decent speed when he gets caught up. But Barney should have the field. Pace car is going to go ahead and pull off, go on down pit lane. Green flag's up. Green flag, let's go. All right, so with all that going on, big battle up right now in the front for the lead. 25 got passed by the 43 Focus Factor machine for Matt O'Brien, and they've been able to kind of go back and forth between who's going to go ahead and lead. But now the 25's got the clear spot, able to jump right in front. Let's see what happens here. Going into 3 and 4 is the 43 shoving that 25 all the way down the backstretch. Through the center of 3 and 4, 2-5 all the way down on the white line. 24 laps to go. Guys and gals, you want to know how to keep up with Shake and Bake iRacing and their Season 2, or you want to be a sponsor within this series, go on and follow them on Twitter at RacingSNB. It's in the top of the scoring pylon next to the 23 to go. Follow them on Twitter at RacingSNB. One of the admins, or maybe even the leader, or the owner, I should say, Eliza Bethel, old Frozen Toes herself, will get back to you and keep you in the know. There's a tweet every single time these guys are out here racing, or when Frozen races, or when she's streaming out over on the Heat side, console side, whatever she's doing, keep up with her. There's always something going on at Racing SNB on Twitter. And caution number 4 is going to go ahead and fly. So far, I'm not getting an indication as to what has brought this caution out. Let's see if I can go back through and see if I see anybody falling. Looks like the 4 of Charles Kramer on pit road. I don't see anybody dropping positions, though. Definitely see John Honeycutt back here in his number 50, down 26 spots. Not quite sure what brought this caution out. Oh, maybe a little bit of an issue with PJ O'Leary. Let's go back and take a look from there. Oh yeah, there he is on the inside wall. Let's go ahead and back it up the old-fashioned way. All right, see Holzer too is outside. Let's stop this. Let's go ahead and get back to our chase cam since we saw a little bit of contact between the two and they were side by side, and we'll go ahead and play it. So there is Holzer. He's 3 cars up, so he's going to go ahead and pass the 48 as well. 2-4 all the way down on that line. Holzer trying, oh, nope. It looks like, let's go ahead and actually rewind that one more time, and we will go back from the perspective of that 48. Let's stop it right there and move on over to the 4-8 right quick. It's going to be Francis Hamilton, and we'll go ahead and play it. We'll actually play it quarter speed. There he is up by the wall, almost making contact with the wall. He gives it a little extra wheel, and Holzer is just very, very close to him. Nowhere for him to go. Holzer's going to go cover the track sideways. 24, nowhere to go. Plugs the left front of the 17, sends Holzer back up towards the wall, and yeah, just tight quarters racing coming off turn 4. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, with that said and done, Matt O'Brien now sitting in P number 2. Matt O'Brien, I think last time I saw he was available, sitting down there in Nitro Motorsports. So let's see if we can grab Matt right quick and have a quick word with him. Matt, I see you back there, see you in P number 2 right now, battling very, very strong with the 25 of Ryan Crooks. Can you get on up there, take the spot all for yourself? We know how important the clean air is here around Auto Club.
I don't know. It's a tough balance because you can't. I want to save tires, but you can't because everyone's going so hard, and then passing if you're in second so hard. Ryan's taking the outside, so that really, really sucks for this restart. Inside is so bad. On restarts, because I mean, you saw I went from 4th to 1st in one turn. I mean, you want to be on that outside, so I mean, we'll see. But
well, they say the shortest way around the track is on the bottom, but obviously a whole lot of momentum on the outside as well. So
yeah, the draft is just too strong.
Gotcha. Well, you're pulling the one behind you, and Brody Falliker has been very, very strong. Yep. Then again, Ryan Crook's been very, very strong as well. You're sitting right where you started, sir. I'll go ahead and I'll get you back. Keep the shiny side up on that 43 Focus Factor machine. You know I'm a fan.
Yeah, thank you. I'll try.
All right. Cheer up, Buttercup. You got this, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be tough.
You go get it, man. All right. So, again, Matt O'Brien, Sterling Heights, Michigan. That kid needs like 5 Red Bulls, I swear. Get him up. Get him going. Wake his butt up. Maybe needs a little bit of Focus Factor. What do you think, Focus Factor? Send this guy a year's supply. Absolutely needs it. All right, so going into turn number 3 right now. And Barney should have the green flag ready to roll. We're ready to go. Hope you are all out there ready to roll as well. We got 20 laps remaining here from Auto Club. And again, this is the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series. Auto Club has been the venue for tonight. Let's go ahead and bring it on over to Barney. Pace car is off. Green flag's up. Green flag's out. Let's go. All right, so Ryan Crook's able to be obviously just because by virtue of being the leader, he is able to jump on that throttle pedal first, jump on that loud pedal first, and he gets a clear and very clear advantage keeping an eye right now back here about P12 with Tom Harmon, Ryan McCall, Brendan Book, Joseph Berg, and Jose Ruiz. This is for 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th. Back to John Osborne. Jose Ruiz now back to P15 in his 2-3 Team FTR Chevrolet Camaro. A lot of bow ties in this field. Y'all, if you're a fan of the Ford or the Chevrolet or maybe the old Yoda, I'll actually show you exactly how many cars are out here and what their manufacturer is, what their make is. Crooks in a bow tie, going all the way back to P5 in the Falliker. The Ford Mustang GT for Burgess, and then Collins out there in an Amsoil Toyota. Hamilton, Berg, and Harmon all in bow ties as well. So a lot of Chevrolets, and we got a little bit of an issue on the front stretch. We're going to have a big one.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Looks like Francis Hamilton is going to going to have something to do with the start of this, right along with Jordan McGraw, Jimmy Cocker, and Jose Ruiz, and many, many others. Let's go ahead and play that back. So let's get down to our rear chase, and let's play it from here. Oh, so yeah, all these cars just kind of stacking up behind them. Let's play that one more time. All right, let's move on up to the. Let's go on up to the 00. How's that sound? And play it from there. Ah, so that's what happened. And to add insult to injury, one more up for the wall. Ah. How about from John Honeycutt? And one more, Jordan McGraw. Nope, looks like that's going to be a little early. So let's go with the 68 of Tom Harmon. And we'll go ahead and rewind this. Stop it there and play it out. Actually, let's go ahead and play it out. Let's actually rewind that, and we'll jump into the cockpit view with him. Let's stop that, jump into the cockpit with him, and play it again. A little bit of bumpage, a little bit of scrapage, but for the most part, not too bad. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, so Ryan Crooks again still leading. Looks like the lights atop the pace car are out while going through those replays. Andrew Wisdom's going to be P2, Joseph Berg P3, Tom Harmon, and Joseph Turley in that number 13 is going to be P5, Duncan O'Connor P6, Matt Gale, Mike DeWalt, Brian Pizzicami, and Brendan Book going to be your top 10. All right, so as you can see by the track map in the bottom right, right across from the iRock logo, iRock TV logo, in the bottom left underneath the scoring pylon, they're coming off of turns 3 and 4. Pace car lights are out, so we're going to go back green again. The 25 Ryan Crooks, he's going to be the first one on the loud pedal. Let's bring it on back to Barney. Get ready to set this thing off one more time. Green flag's up.
Green flag. Green
Let's roll. Ryan Crooks, very, very clear leader right now, but here comes the 68 as well as the 15 and the 93 of Joseph Berg. Berg trying to get up there in the mix. 2-5 trying to shake just a little bit of the draft. Decides to go on up about a half a lane. Pick up that 1-5 one more. Here comes the 68. Tom Harmon, Avril Lavigne machine for P number 3. Berg going to go ahead and stay high, wide, and handsome on the outside. Coming across the start stripe, 13, now 12 laps remaining here from Auto Club. The Shake and Bake Series going to go to Talladega next week, right around 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, and it's going to be a great race. They were just 3 wide with Tom Harmon and others. Decide one more time to go ahead and single file it out, almost all the way back, at least back to Pizzichemi in this number 78 Oceana coffee machine. Now you see the 5 and others going to go ahead and dip on down. That's going to be the 67 of Matthew Gale to his outside. That's going to keep him pinched down just a little bit. And everybody's still trying to get after it. Everybody still chasing this guy right here. Ryan Crooks still leading here at Auto Club. Next time by, 10 laps to go. '15 said he was going to try to get after it. Here it is. Andrew Wisdom going down for P number 1. Can he get on by? Maybe try a little bit of side draft. Not quite to the quarter panel, but now he's got him. The 15 has the advantage. 25 is going to try to get back on the throttle first. Let's see if he can clear him up and off the corner. Not just yet. 15 all the way down low. We're going to go 3 wide for the lead. 93 thought better of it, thought no sense in shooting that gap right then and there, so he's going to take the Holzer line all the way up and high. 68 in the middle, 5 of Brendan Book, 15. Here comes the deuce of Duncan O'Connor as well. Now everybody again up by the high side. Again, 10 laps to go. Brought to you by iRock TV. Go on over to your Roku TV or your Roku streaming device. Look up iRock TV. It is a free channel, free app. Everything broadcasted in stunning 4K. Big thank you to iRock TV for being this season's full sponsor of everywhere this community may go. Deuce 1-5 side by side. Here comes again the 13 of Turley, still up in front. Ryan Crooks, Joseph Berg now. He's going to take P number 2 away from the 68 Avril Lavigne Camaro for Tom Harmon. So move Berg up into a very good spot. If he can get back on the throttle just a tad bit faster, then the 2.5 might actually have a chance at taking the lead. Berg did come on pit road, lap 63, 10 lap fresher tires than the 25 of Ryan Crooks, and also Tom Harmon also came in on 63. So did Brendan Book. Andrew Wisdom came in last on lap 55. So all these guys really trying to dig on the varying age of their tires. Will 10 lap fresher tires be able to grab the W here for Joseph Berg? Go ahead and jump into the cockpit with him right now as he continues to hunt down and really just play all kinds of games with the rear view mirror of Ryan Crooks. Ryan Crooks is now a veteran of this series, not only here, but he's also been very competitive on Thursday nights with the iRock Challenge series as they race the trucks. We love the trucks, right? Old Dale Jarrett throwback. But yeah, down the backstretch, you just see Ryan Crooks trying to shake the draft from the 93. Can the 93, does he have enough tire to pull down underneath the 2.5? Just going to stay with him, try to get back in the throttle a little bit sooner. Shake off the shakiness and get back on the gas. Great save by Joseph Berg. All right, let's bring it on back out. 6 laps remaining here from Auto Club. Again, this is the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series. I am Repeat, getting ready for Dega next week. Hopefully you'll be able to join in and see all of these guys navigate that 2.66 mile super speedway juggernaut that everybody seems to come out of the woodworks for. Tom Harmon right now, P3 all by himself, able to get a little bit of space back to Andrew Wisdom sitting in P4. Brendan Book, P5. Brody Falliker, Duncan O'Connor, Joseph Turley, Mike DeWalt, and Evan Knopp. Good rebound for him. Back up to P10, up 20 positions. 5 to go. Here is your gap all the way through. What Ryan Crooks really has to do now in these next few laps is, if the 93 is just going to try to save tire as he continues to try to break the draft, is basically just hold off. If he can keep the 93 behind as the 93 tags the wall just a little bit, that's going to take a little bit of momentum and allow Tom Harmon to get on up underneath, get to at least the left rear, now side by side. Berg trying to keep that car wide, not exactly knowing where the 68 was, so he tagged the wall just a little bit more. Let's go ahead and take a look down the right side of that 9.3. 15 trying to capitalize on that as well. Here comes Brendan Book back into the top 5, right where he qualified, sitting P5. Let's take a look at that right side for the 93. A little bit of scrapage there. Looking at the right rear, about the same, but it doesn't look like the fenders are really caved in all that much. I think he's all right. If we look at the backside, no real issue. Battle for the lead. 68 able to slot in right in front of the 93. That was a tight squeeze. Not so much as a paper could have been. Last time he was on pit road was also lap 6.3. Ryan Crooks lap 5.3. So again, 10 lap fresher tires than the leader. Come on, let's go. Let's get back in this. I definitely apologize for the drop in frames. We need to get back up, get in this, get going, and get back to this race. There we go. All right, we got to see a 3-wide salute here. High, middle, and low. 93 again, very, very close to that outside wall. He sees the 15 of Andrew Wisdom right up his backside. 93 giving Ryan Crooks just a little bit of a shove, saying, hey, man, you're holding me up. 15 now trying to duck low underneath the 93. Ryan Crooks has to love what he's seeing, because the more these guys battle as the 93 tags the wall, 15 is going to go low right along with the 68 of Wisdom. The 5 of Book's going to stay right with him. White flag. And if we look from the gearbox of the 25 of Ryan Crooks, this is the way that it's all going to work out. 15 of Andrew Wisdom up his backside. Is he going to have anything for him? 25 trying to drop on down, trying to break the draft. Will we see 25? Yep, he's going to go low. 15 is going to take the middle line, but there we go. What do we got here? Double wide. 2-5 down low, 15 up high. Going to try to take this. It's going to be a drag race to the line. 25 is going to come on down, pick up the line, pick up the block, and pick up the win. Ryan Crooks wins at Auto Club. Great, great effort by Andrew Wisdom. Great mirror driving by the 2.5 of Ryan Crooks. And Tom Harmon brings that 68 Avril Lavigne machine to P3, up 9 spots. But how about Joseph Berg finishing P4, up 30 spots. And Brendan Book finishing P number 5. What a finish. 93 is going to come on up, give a big old congratulatory tire mark. A little bit of a tire rub. 78 of Pizzichemi coming on by as well. Here comes the 50 of Honeycutt. Going to come on up and say congratulations to Crooks as well. And yeah, let's go ahead and clear the boards. Here comes Jimmy Cocker doing the same exact thing. Going to congratulate his buddy also. All right, let's go ahead and clear the boards. It's all about driver 2-5. Ryan, light him up. Hell of a smoke show by Ryan Crooks right underneath Barney. And he's going to bring it on back to the start stripe. Grab a picture for the old photo album. And go ahead and shut it down. Team's got to be absolutely happy. EMGG's got to be happy as well out there. Again, big thank you to EMGG and for all their support. And for one hell of a team, to say the least. All right, so we will be right back with our top three. Again, we're going to kick it all off with Tom Harmon in his Avril Lavigne number 68 Camaro, Andrew Wisdom and his number 15 Camaro as well. But Ryan Crooks brings his EMGG Chevrolet Camaro home P number 1 up 9 spots from where he qualified. Don't nobody go anywhere. We will be right back. I absolutely promise you. All right, ladies and gents, we are back. We got our top three in the booth. Going to start off with driver 68, that Avril Lavigne Camaro for Tom Harmon. Tom coming home P3, one hell of a finish all the way to the line. Everybody behind the 2.5 of Ryan Crooks, though. You gave it, it really looked like you gave it your all to do what you could on that final lap. Up 9 spots in total. Walk us through, and how scared was Avril tonight?
Well, I finished with 16 incident points, so pretty scared. I was involved in just about everything that there was on track, including things that weren't cautions. Yeah, if I saw it, I hit it. That's about all. But yeah, it made for a long race, that's for sure. Got almost 2 minutes damage out of that first wreck, and then another minute later down the road, and pretty sure I had more after I got ran over on a restart.
We saw the one caution. We actually replayed it through your POV, where you were up high. That whole wreck happened right in front of you. Got a little bit of wall damage. I think you tagged somebody from behind ever so slightly, but you were still able to continue on. And here you are, in the top 3. So you went from and turned a bad situation into a podium finish. This has to give you a lot of good feeling knowing that we're going to Dega next week.
Yeah, knowing that these cars can take some damage now and knowing that it can get fixed is a good feeling. Hopefully it doesn't play a role for me next week, but we'll see.
Well, buddy, I definitely give you all kinds of props. You keep your cars the best that you can all race long, and usually it turns into a pretty good finish for you. We're usually talking you inside the top 5, top 10. And man, congratulations for one more. Any quick friends, family, sponsors you want to get out there, and big thank you to you as well for the raid, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, shout out to you up in the booth for broadcasting to everybody, all the drivers and fans that show up each week. Allow us to put on a show. The Team Watson Racing and Apple on the Hood.
There you go. All right, we're going to move on up. Driver 15 and another Camaro is all bow tie top 3. So if you're a Chevy guy, man, you got the finish that you could have asked for. I mean, what is there? 8 Chevrolets inside the top 10. Just Duncan O'Connor and Mike DeWalt finishing 7th and 8th in their Yodas. No Fords at all inside the top 10. But Andrew, we got a quick chance to talk to you during one of the last cautions, and man, you were able to dig. You're feeling a little off because of your starting position. But man, here you are finishing P2. You've been strong all season long, sir.
Yeah, it felt good to be there at the end. That was all I could really ask for. Like I said earlier in the race, I wasn't really expecting to be very good here. So to bring home another top 3 is really good. An average finish of like 1 point something in the last 3 races feels really good. It just feels like I feel like I've made a lot of progress overall in the car. So was going to try to keep improving. I think there at the end, made the right decision to stay out for sure in terms of track position. And then I got a little greedy and I think tried to go for the lead too early and fell back to 4th or 5th or whatever that was. So, yeah, just glad that we were able to kind of work our way back up there and try to get one more shot at it at the end. Just didn't quite have enough to get to Ryan there. But I mean, yeah, it was an awesome race. I thought turned out really well in the end. Everyone was racing hard but clean, and you like to see that. So hopefully we'll not junk it too bad at Dega next week and keep the momentum rolling. Yeah, whether it's Coda, Iowa, or here at Auto Club, you're definitely proving to be a force to be reckoned with all season long. Definitely looking forward to seeing much more success for you throughout the season. We watched very, very closely that battle that you had with Ryan Crooks to try to get underneath him to take this W. He had to be mirror driving all the way through turns 3 and 4 to pull that block off and not get spun. Was there any chance going into 3 that you said, hey man, I got this, maybe give him a little bit of a shot, or was it all just gonna be clean from you? I mean, I was trying to get there as much as I could, but I've never had any issues with Ryan. He's never sent me out of the way or done a bump and run or junked me or anything, so I'm not going to do that to anybody else when they race me that clean. So definitely gave it everything we had. Tried to maybe see if I could run that lane higher and get a run off of 4. It just wasn't quite enough. But yeah, definitely just going to try to keep it clean. To some extent, it's kind of what goes around comes around. So when you're able to race around guys like that treat you with respect, you try to return the favor. There you go. Again, great top 2. Any quick friends, family, sponsors you need to get out there, buddy? Yep, everybody over at Nitro Motorsports, all my teammates over there, everybody at Nexus Esports allows me to represent their team, and I guess shout out to Chemical guys because I put them on the car this week because that'd be their home race because I thought the product was cool. So shout out to them, I guess.
There you go. All right, so again, driver 2, Andrew Wisdom, bringing that 15 Chemical Guys Camaro home. Second step on the podium. Now we're going to move on up to driver of the hour, Ryan Crooks. Ryan, another guy, we were able to talk to you real quick under one of those cautions. You just seem to be on rails. I don't think through any of the corners here where we were driving on board, watched a lot of the drivers open up the wheel coming off of 2, coming off of 4. You're doing the same thing. Didn't see any real looseness out of you. It just, again, it seemed like you had that Camaro hooked up for the most part. Walk us through your race, what you thought about the cautions that you saw in your rear view, and then coming home for the W, trying to keep Andrew behind you.
Yeah, it was a really fun race. Started out sort of not good. Got caught up in the first wreck. I think I was like P9, P10. Fell back on the jump, worked my way back up to the top 10, and then we had a wreck and kind of got rear-ended through the grass and took a shot kind of on the side and came down, had about a minute 15 worth of damage, got it fixed, and we restarted way back in the pack. I want to say like 35th or 36th. We had a really long green flag run, which is exactly what we needed. Kind of worked our way up methodically, making passes, trying to kind of stay in that main train around the top and then make leeway through the corners. And had a really good long run, worked our way up to 6th, and I came down and took gas. I know some people up front didn't, so I was initially thinking I was going to try to stay out and run it as long as possible, but we had about a second and a half, like 1.7 seconds worth of fall off, so figured I'd come down and hit pit road, and as soon as I get in my stall, caution came out, so I knew if I worked it out of pit road and got back around, I could take the leads. I knew everybody was going to come down and pit, so it worked out. Wanted a couple cautions kind of late to try to I knew I was going to try to drive hard to keep the clean air, so I was worried about burning my stuff up, so wanted some cautions. Got 2 or 3 cautions late, which kind of killed the heat cycle on all the tires, and I knew from that point on it was just keep it out front and just try to use dirty air behind me, try to manage the seams, especially in 3 and 4 on exit, to try not to get too loose, but also not get high enough to where you catch the wall. And I had a lot of fun, trying to pull the lines and keep guys behind you too wide to stall them out. And it worked out for us. That was a big win. I was really excited to get that. This is a really hard league to win in, so a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely a lot of traffic. When you've got 37 cars out there on track, even on a speedway such as Auto Club, it's got to be a lot of fun. Definitely very, very pleasing to the broadcast point of view, because you definitely see all the different lines, the different seams, the different ways that people are trying to move their way forward. But in the end, man, you're able to come on up 8 spots after starting, still inside the top 10. But when it's all said and done, it's you and your EMGG Glitch Camaro. Any quick friends, family, or sponsors you want to get out, sir?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys for putting on this awesome league broadcast. Thank you, Pete and Eliza, Book, and everybody that keeps us going. This is really fun. Shout out to EMGG, Glitch Energy, for sending me all type of care packages and gear. Definitely keep me plugged in. So, and thanks everybody watching. Again, just thank you guys a lot. This is a lot of fun. Big thanks to Wisdom. I thought he could have got me in 3 and 4, maybe put a little bumper to me, but kept it clean, and we were all able to make it back in one piece. So looking forward to Dega. Hopefully that's like my home track. Grew up going to Dega, so hopefully we don't get caught up in the big one and we're there at the end, and maybe go back to back.
All right, buddy. We'll definitely see you next week at that 2.66 mile juggernaut that is Talladega. Congratulations again, Ryan. Job well done, sir.
Thanks, Pete.
You got it. All right, guys and girls, that is going to go ahead and wrap up week number 5, I believe, for the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series. Again, I'll go ahead and pull up the schedule one more time for everybody that's out there. Actually, this was week number 6 if you don't count the duels. So yeah, Daytona, Phoenix, Atlanta, Coda, Iowa, and Auto Club now in the books. As you can see, we will be at Talladega next week for 85 monstrous laps from that super speedway that Juggernaut always serves as a great race. 2, 3, 4 wide going through the tri-oval and more. So we'll see y'all back then. Again, please, stay safe, take care of each other, and we'll see you again somewhere down the line. Later.